And we are live. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to Reality Hour. This is going to be a fun gloat fest tonight from our draft champion, Adam, which is going to suck because technically Adam shouldn't be gloating too much because he only won because of a random number generator. Because okay, fine, Adam, go do your stupid bit. Let's hear it.
I'm just saying, my chair's feeling really uncomfortable today. I don't know why. It's like I'm sitting here and it's like, wait, I think there's something. Hold on, wait, there's something. Where did this come from? Did one of you put it there? Grace, was this you? Well, I guess, since it's here, I mean, I figure I should, just like, no, you do not get one, Eric.
Yes,
This
I
is my
do.
moment.
I totally
This
get
is
one.
my moment.
Because you
And I
only
can't
won
fit it with my.
because of a random number generator.
Well, I have my speech I wanted to prepare today while we're here. First off, I wanted to thank Grace for letting me get him second. Then I want to, who else should I thank?
Google.
Google.
I think.
Whoever did the random number generator, I think it was actually Eric. And
was
yeah, and the voters of America of American Idol for giving me a back-to-back win. This is like the Twilight Zone. What's going on here? This doesn't work.
Not the ending to a crappy season. But anyway, that's what's going on here. I'll just say congratulations to Iam, I guess. I mean, perfectly fine singer who sounded fine all season, got a crap load of views. I'm hoping his career actually goes well for the sake of the show. But
look,
He
Eric,
had
some of
14,000 people at his homecoming concert.
yes, that is a good sign. Oh yeah, Grace, we have forgot to introduce you. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
We're too busy doing bits.
Oh no, it's okay. Make fun of each other. I'll just be here.
Well, I was gonna say that sometimes the season ends with a whimper. This year, just kind of went out with a whinny.
Or a screaming goat.
No, nothing. All right, well, tough crowd. I'm gonna have to dig further into my well of horse puns this year.
Let's retire the horse jokes and then figure during Dancing with the Stars season we'll find something else.
If there is one solace, one disappointment that I have in this season, I kind of wanted Colin to win.
No, I didn't want Colin to win, but I wanted him in the top two so we could at least do the horse jokes again next year. In third place, he's not coming back.
That is honestly, I mean, I know everyone's talking about Iam. The headline of the night is that the guitar playing white boy didn't even make the top two.
I was
actually so. I started watching American Idol season 4. I've never missed a finale until last night because I had to work. But I was at Beetlejuice, so okay. It's fair.
Don't say it 2 more times.
No, I won't. So I was on the train home and I saw that Colin came in third and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Because not only was I fully expecting Megan to come in third, but like there's only one guitar playing white boy in the finale, and usually they sail to victory, which I wasn't expecting him to. I was expecting Iam to, and he did. But he didn't even make the top 2. And he had the pimp spot.
Yeah. It was very weird. But do we want to go through our free contestants one more time? Talk about their performances? We kind of have to because I have to show the graphic I made for Colin at some point. So
who are we talking about first?
Let's go in reverse order. Third place, second place, first place. Let's talk about Colin.
Okay, so we're talking about Colin first.
Ready?
I'm terrified already.
Oh.
Is that a horse crying?
It is a horse crying. The horse did not win. I know. I built it up so much; it was bound to be done. But
I was kind of hoping for
it to be something epic, and then it never is. So it's fitting. Anyway, let's talk about Colin. Stupid boy. I can't believe I'm saying this in front of Adam. Cassidy Pope sang it better. Um, no, honestly, unpopular opinion. Everybody says that Over You was her best performance. I actually thought Stupid Boy was.
You're both wrong.
Who's the other one who's wrong?
You and whoever the other people. I would say the best performance is Are You Happy Now? Probably.
No.
Oh.
Um,
Doesn't matter.
no.
I'm right.
Anyway, I thought Stupid Boy was solid, not his best. Either way was better, but everybody knows that the second round where they do the hometown visits, they're judged on the quality of their hometown visits. And his was the least compelling of the three. His was everything that we've ever seen. Like, there was no dead grandpa, there was no dead dad, there was no Jack Johnson. Like, he didn't really have anything to his hometown visit that we haven't seen 21 times on this show.
Yep. I will say, after Megan saying Faithfully, I'm not mad that Colin came in third. Stupid Boy was pretty generic and boring. Our Way was better. Colin's best performances of the season were the ones that were stripped back that showed off his voice with just an acoustic guitar, because for some reason those performances made him seem a little bit less generic and boring to me. I'll miss the horse puns, and he won't be back next year. So
no, but also, and this is not his fault. This is the show's fault. He gets a duet with Luke Bryan, and they can't even give them a Luke Bryan song. Now, I know like all of Luke Bryan's songs are pretty stupid, but like, still.
Well, why is that a problem? I think that's a good thing that they didn't give him.
It's not, because I mean, Luke got to sing his own song, if you could even call that a song. And the title is "But I Got a Beer in My Hand." That is so freaking stupid.
Really, that's the title of Luke's song. I didn't watch it in case you couldn't tell.
I mean, all of Luke Bryan's. I mean, like, this is the man who is behind, Country Girl, Shake It For Me, Rain Makes Corn, Corn Makes Whiskey. Yeah, the song is called "But I Got a Beer in My Hand."
Well,
that's like if you were to put like into like Chat GPT, like make the most generic bro country song ever. That's what it would come up with.
Yep, it would.
But also, like, the first line of the song is. The first line of the song is "That old familiar meant to kill you, middle finger, rear view mirror. Supposed to make a country boy sad. I should be in my recliner.
Sentence, Batman.
Up one-liners. What the frick is this song? Who wrote
what
this?
Is that song? It's a run-on sentence. That is
Brian saying.
Who wrote it? Does it say?
I don't know. Oh, well, Luke didn't, but it was written by three people who apparently speak less English than Luke Bryan, if that's even possible.
Okay. On that note,
who's next?
Let's talk about Megan.
Let's move on from it. Let's move on. Let's stop being the dead horse. Let's talk about Megan.
Had to get that one last one.
I couldn't resist.
I think that's my favorite of the horse puns that we've used on this podcast.
Oh my god!
I mean, they were the glue that held the season together. So
get out of here, Eric. Come on. What are we doing now? What's happening?
Let's talk about Megan.
I'm going to throw you in the barn. Send it to you.
I will say, I was not surprised at all that Megan picked a song about God for the Keith Urban theme. And I'm shocked that her single, unlike Collins, didn't have God or Jesus in the title. I will say, Faithfully was Megan's best performance of the entire season, which catapulted her to the top 2. Wasn't going to make her win because nothing was going to stop Iam from winning, but...
Yeah, God Whispered Your Name, I feel like just wasn't really the best showcase for Megan's vocal talent. Faithfully was better, and it also made me very happy that Randy Jackson wasn't there anymore. Of course, there's a lot of reasons. Because every time somebody sings a Journey song, Randy Jackson talks about how he was in Journey for 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was also surprised that Dream Girl wasn't a Christian song, but it's like, we know these contestants don't have a whole lot of control about this. Can it crack the country market? I'm not sure.
No.
I mean, country singers usually do pretty well from this show, but who knows? And then apparently I wasn't even paying attention during her duet with Lauren Daigle because I wrote no notes on it.
I didn't watch it.
I watched it, but like it was towards the end, and I was starting to doze out because it was a 3-hour finale, and I was trying to watch everything. Like I focused more on the contestants, unlike the show.
Correct.
I know how to do it.
I watched literally 2 duets. That's all I watched.
What a rough season. I know we joke, but this was really a bad season. Like not just like usually there's 1 or 2 like memorable performances. I got nothing here. Like if What Not to Sing was still working, it was like covering this season. I feel like at best we get 170 performance, like one performance in the 70s. Like this was really rough. And I'm wearing a crown now, but I'm still saying really rough.
I actually do have some honorable mentions. We're not going to do a separate podcast about season wrap up. We're going to do that this week because why bother? But I have a couple of favorite performances actually, but I think I've gone back to listen to, so I'll mention those at the end of this podcast. Iam, let's talk about our winner, shall we?
I've been watching the show since season 4. This was the most predictable finale result I think I've ever seen on American Idol. Like I expect it from the other shows, The Voice in particular. I do not expect it from Idol. Like at least I expect there to be some suspense.
None.
There was none
whatsoever.
But no, for Iam, I thought his first performance was actually his best of his 3 solos. Making Memories of Us. It was pretty much exactly what he needed to do. The second song, it wasn't his best, but he had the best homecoming visit, and that's the only thing that matters in this round. The winner single was very typical, and then if he wasn't already winning, I'm pretty sure his duet with James Blunt was what tied it up. If the finale was hypothetically not already tied up before we got here.
It was. Spoiler alert. But yeah, the James Blunt duet was obviously Iam's best performance of the night.
Oh yeah, I mean, I wasn't like Katy Perry bawling, but that's because
I haven't been attached to Iam at all season, but even I was a little bit emotional watching that. So, yeah, easily the best performance of the night from him.
Yeah, actually, this brought me to a point because my friend and I were chatting during the show, and we were discussing because right before this was Keith Urban's performance, which I think he was the only one who got a solo, but he was the mentor this week. Even though he was a pretty useless mentor, I would not mind seeing him back at the judges' table if Luke leaves.
Honestly, here's my controversial take: bring back season 15's judging panel. Even J-Lo would be better than Katy Perry.
And I remembered that James Blunt was a judge on X Factor in Australia for a year, and he was true to his name.
Blunt.
Yeah, he was. And he was a decent mentor too, although he had the old people, so
he was screwed, yeah.
Well, no, in Australia, the girls are the screwed category. Only one has ever made the finale.
Anyway, Adam, any thoughts on your winner besides the fact that you have a crown on your head? And the fact that everyone called it weeks ago?
I want to ask you guys a question. If hypothetically we have this exact cast, but instead of it being in the ABC format in this kind of, how we do our cuts, imagine it was season 9. It's the season 9 panel, and we're sending one contestant home a week, and Simon is usually giving the blunt performance reviews. Do you think Iam still wins?
Season 9, Simon Cowell was sleeping.
All right, season 8. Fine, season 8.
Season 9, we were all sleeping.
Okay, fine. Season 8, and we have week after, instead of like 3 weeks or whatever of live shows, we have whatever.
But we have 10 weeks.
Do you think Iam wins?
Does Iam's audition still go just as viral as it does now?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think on a normal
closer. I think it's less inevitable than it was in this format. But his audition went super freaking viral. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
So did a lot of other contestants. So did Alejandro's. So did
Yeah, but not to this extent.
Grace, what were you gonna say?
This kind of bugged me during the audition, or actually during the moment. When the winner is announced. Okay, I have to put on my teacher glasses for a minute here.
Oh boy.
I have to get real. When you win American Idol, I want to see tears and snot. There was none of that. There was none. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure that Iam probably knew he was going to win just like everybody else did. But he was just smiling and you should be so emotional that you can't even sing.
Well, Ryan didn't give him his gift card yet.
They gave him a Disney cruise. Well, he and Megan, because they used to get cars, but now they get Disney cruises. I don't know which one I'd rather have.
You get a voucher to the cruise. That's what next year is going to be.
God damn it, Eric. It's true, though. You should be ugly crying the way Katy Perry was during Iam's duet. And this is just, smiles, happy I won, let's sing Don't Let Go and be la-di-da like I was all freaking season.
Yeah.
And then let's not have a career because nobody from this season has a career anymore.
Okay. Let me give my thoughts on the winner. First thought. Way faster than usual.
Yeah, this was the
Iam gets about a minute and 15 seconds to sing, which is about what Chase got actually 2 years ago. But the actual winning announcement is so fast. Ryan read that name out before the music sting was even done. Ryan read the name out much faster than usual, which I guess why drag out the inevitable. But
right.
And this is the first time ever on American Idol where the winner did not sing their single as their encore performance. They sang a random other song.
They sang "Don't Let Go."
Yeah, Iam sang a song he sang in Top 26 week instead of a single again, which is the first time that's ever happened. And I'll just say right now, I hope they go back to having them sing the single next year. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was anticlimactic, and it was less anticlimactic than last year, but
this was, like I said, I've watched American Idol since I was 10 years old. You do the math on that. And this is the most anticlimactic finale I've ever seen on this show.
The finale was anticlimactic, yes, but
I knew going into this who was going to win. There have been finales where I knew who was going to win or where I correctly everybody knew Jordan Sparks was going to beat Blake Lewis.
Yes.
If you didn't, you were an idiot. Everybody knew that Candace was going to beat Cree. But even then, they felt at least somewhat more suspenseful than this for whatever reason. Maybe because I was younger. I don't know. And now I'm just old and cranky and bitter, but
join the club, Grace.
Join the club. Anyway, let's talk about
next year. I'm turning 30. That's gross.
Okay. I do have a couple other thoughts on the finale to talk about. I'm assuming we're done talking about Iam. Good luck to him. Hope he has a good career, et cetera, et cetera.
I hope he does too, but I'm not gonna cross my fingers here.
Yeah. The two duets I watched. Way's performance was the best of the episode. She did sound significantly better than her partner, in my opinion. I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruben and Clay, I watched that one too because how could I not? Ruben looked and sounded awesome. Clay sounded awesome. I wish he wasn't an ass, but he still sounded awesome. Both of them were way better than this year's top two. Just not even close.
I watched the whole finale. My only thoughts on the duets, I didn't really take too many notes, but if Oliver had sang with the energy that he sang with his duet with Jelly Roll, he might have actually been in the finale. Probably not. I can't believe I'm saying this in front of Adam, but Nutsa outsang Kylie Minogue, although that's not hard to do.
Nutsa outsang all of our top three.
No,
yes.
Everybody likes to hate on Danny Minogue from when she was on X Factor, but Kylie's not that great of a singer. Sorry.
Yeah, no. But...
Although I don't even know who's a better mentor between the two because they're both pretty awful. Anywho, I digress. I thought Tyson sounded great on Burn, which made me optimistic that he could actually have a pop career.
Yes.
Good for Haven for singing an original with her duet with Katie. And good for Katie for actually not overtaking the duet. And Adam, I see the screaming goat, so go ahead.
I got nothing. I was just trying to put him there.
Also, like, this is probably the point, though. Because, like, when they brought out the Disney cruises, I'm like, would I rather have that or would I rather have a car? I'm not really sure.
Is that a joke?
What would you rather have, Adam?
Well, it depends what car. Like, are you going to give me like a cheap?
Are you giving me a used 1990 Toyota?
Like old jalopy?
Or are you giving
I
me
actually saw a YouTube post a while back where somebody said instead of just giving the contestants the free Fords like they used to do back when Ford was their sponsor, they just have them pick behind door number 1 and door number 2 and door number 3, but behind one of the doors just put like a really old car.
Like one of those cars where you drive it and things just start falling off and all of a sudden you're just there with the wheel.
Yes.
You're holding.
Yeah, I don't know. Adam, what would you rather have, the car or the cruise?
Well, I think this, Grace, I'm not too good at comparisons here, but I think this one is pretty obvious.
Okay, Eric wants the car. What do you want?
I'm going to leave this one up to you, Grace. I think you know.
If you live in New York, you don't need a car. Take the cruise.
Grace, I hate to break it to you. I would take the car.
Because anybody would.
No,
I got Grace to laugh.
See, this is where I would pick behind door number 1, door number 2, door number 3. Or maybe instead of like, or maybe they get to pick their cruise destination, but like one of them is like, well, it's Disney, so they can't be too crappy. But like one of them is like this Caribbean cruise. One of them is this other awesome cruise. And this other one is like just some like dinky river cruise across the Erie Canal or something like that.
Or you could take what's in the mystery box.
One of those YouTubers on the street. YouTubers on the street with like the little box. Like, would you rather have $10,000 for the mystery
or what's
box?
in this box?
What is this, deal or no deal?
No,
oh my god, I would
much dumber than deal or no.
I would be so good at deal or no deal. You just take the first offer.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that's what you do. Always take the first one.
Well, no, see, I said deal or no deal, and then I remembered who the host of that show was, and we don't say his name here. So
every time, instead of saying that person's name, we'll just do this.
Okay, there we go. Anyway, I do have a couple of like things to wrap up this season to say. I'm gonna say a couple positive things and a couple of negative things. Ready? Positives. We had the same amount of live shows as last year.
Mm-hmm.
The new set was very pretty. The amount of talent in the top 26 was really, really great.
Neutral robbed.
My positives. Now negatives.
Oh boy, I feel like this one's gonna be a lot longer. Like a longer scene.
It's going to be much, much longer. The judges are insufferable.
They're not insufferable. They're useless.
Both. The production. Oh yeah, one more positive. Ryan Seacrest has good at it.
Always.
Yes. Other negatives. While we have the same amount of live shows as last year, but still at least one or two too few. And still one or two too many audition episodes.
The funny part is if they had added more episodes, they probably would have put them on the auditions.
They shouldn't. But anyway, what else? The public voting was terrible. There was a lot of good people who got cut way too early this year, and we could have had a much better season if they weren't. Kyra, we're thinking of you in this particular moment. Where have we ever negatives? The final three was the worst one I've ever seen. That's a pretty big negative.
What's the next one? What's like second place?
What's the second biggest negative?
No, the second like worst finale lineup.
I mean, what's the second worst finale lineup?
Yeah.
For me, season 16. Sorry. That's just how I think. Adam, did you freeze or are you just pissed?
I have no words.
Okay.
If I didn't have my crown to show off, I would log off.
No, you would if you could fling things at me through the screen, you would throw that crown at me right now. But it's true.
Like Mario in Odyssey, just
yeah. Yep. Let's see. Other bad things about the season. Yeah, the judges were bad, as I said. I said that already, but I'll say it again. The judges
Although,
were
if
really
D Lizard is correct and Katy Perry does leave, hooray!
that would be a positive. If it's the judges last season, that would be a positive for this season.
Like the thing I don't
That's
get
like
is,
saying I liked when it was over.
yes, that is exactly what I'm saying.
people were praising like how like people were complaining like on American Idol we got 7 years of the same judging panel and nothing changed. Dancing with the Stars, we had 18 seasons of the same judging panel, but they're still the best judging panel on any of these shows, although they've made changes in recent years. And even still, like with the current panel, because Adam and I have seen this panel, they're still the best panel.
Which one are we talking about? Sorry, I had a brain freeze
Dancing with the
after
Stars.
Eric talked about
Carrie,
season
and
16.
Okay.
Everything after that is just a blur, whatever.
I was going to say, we'll save the Dancing with the Stars chat for September when I win the draft again.
Okay. Let me see. But we give the 3 favorite performances of the season because they are pretty easy for me to name in order. Number 1 is Kyra, I Don't Let Go. That's my favorite performance of the season, the one I've listened to the most. Second favorite, Way, Something's Got a Hold on Me. And third favorite, that's where it gets tough. I don't think I have a third favorite. I think I just have those top 2, honestly. Those are the 2 best performances of the season. Fight me in the comments if you disagree, but you're wrong.
I'll fight you. I'll say the best 2 performances were Kyra's. I would say top 20 to top 14. Is that it?
Which one? Which song?
It went 26 to 20, right?
Yeah.
All right. So the back-to-back performances that she had that week, that sent her home. And then probably one from Way. I don't know. This Is Me,
No.
I guess.
Something's Got a Hold on Me was much better than that.
I don't know. This whole season's kind of a bit of a wash, honestly.
Yeah.
I say this a bit unironically. I think this is my least favorite season of Idol, period. This and then I would say Lane season. And then after that, I would say...
The problem with this season, it was just a foregone conclusion for a few weeks. And
Grace, that's not the problem with this season. That's a problem with this season. There's plenty of other.
That's like having a cake that's like just destroyed, like just ruined, and going, it's missing a strawberry in that corner. You know, it's like you're just... There's a lot of other problems, Grace. Like, that is the least of our problems.
It's not
the cake's foundation.
It's not the least of our problems. The least of our problems was that we could have used Neverwinter doing live shows. But it is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of struggling with this feeling a bit now. I grew up with American Idol. I watched it for the first time when I was 15. And I just remember for this few seasons afterwards, I would say from season 9 to maybe season Jax's season, and maybe Gina's. No, who came first, Jax or Gina? Jax came after. I would say that was kind of this bubble where I really had this show that I loved as a kid, and I was really into spoilers. I would keep up with the show. I would follow some of the contestants afterwards. That kind of fell out with season 15, and then it kind of came back a little bit with Maddie in season 16. But since then, it's kind of been like a moment of your childhood, like something where you can look back and you have fond memories. but it's just kind of gone now. And that's a little bit how I feel about Idol now. It's something that I used to love, like just really look forward to and really have this interest. And I don't know if it's just a product of, like getting older or, maybe it's just the quality of the show
Again,
degrading.
Old and bitter, and cranky.
I guess, but it's kind of getting a little depressing to watch it a little bit. You look at what once was, and I kind of just see these things that, like, there's the spark, there's the wiring of what I once loved, but it's just been tarnished. And I've gotten to this point where I could see myself just stepping back from it, like, I'll still talk about it because I love talking to you guys on this podcast, but it's weird. I mean, I kind of fell out of love with America's Got Talent. It's just a very sad feeling that I kind of just had while I was preparing for this podcast. So I was thinking,
this might be a me problem, and it probably is, but it's just never exciting for me to watch a season when I already know who's going to win. That just takes all the excitement out.
That by
unless it's somebody that I like.
Yes, there we go. That's the difference. If it's someone I like and they're gonna win, I don't care. I don't care if it's foregone conclusion. If I like them and they're gonna win, I'm good with that. But when it's just someone I think it's just and they're a foregone conclusion, it kind of does take the excitement out. But there's always next year. I mean, we'll be back. We'll watch next year because it could have been worse. I mean,
oh boy,
God, I hope it's not. I hope this was the low point, and we bounce back for a triumphant season 22, where someone I like actually wins the show again after 7 fucking years, and something good happens.
But the thing is, Eric, I don't think it can. I don't think it can in this format.
Neither, Adam. I don't think someone I like is ever going to win this show.
I mean, like, no, it's just the problem is I don't care about the judges. I don't care if they were awful, but just the fact that that is like a B-rated problem compared to the A-rated problem that is the format, and just speeding through it. I think that's the killer of the show. Honestly, I think that it is just so squished down that it just doesn't. We're going to get to a point like The Voice where there's 2 live shows.
Don't go there, because we cannot say that it's even possible. We can't imagine a reality where it's ever going to be as bad as The Voice is this year. We're not going to have more live shows than we had this year and all that good, but we can't have less either. We need this amount at least.
The most surprising thing to come from The Voice is that they got Reba.
I mean, they only have to have her for like 4 weeks out of the year. They can afford her for that.
But also, like, the only thing The Voice has ever produced is Blake Shelton.
Girl named Tom are doing okay, I guess.
Cassidy Pope is doing pretty good. Yeah. Jordan Smith? Totally forgot his name. No. He's like pretty big.
The real example, unfortunately, is Morgan Wallen, and that's really unfortunate to say that, but that is the example. But
this is where we're at, Eric.
What?
He's one of those who's successful in spite of the show, not because of it.
Yeah, I know. That's what happens with The Voice. You never have someone successful because of the show. It's always in spite of it.
Like I said, the only person that's successful because of The Voice is Blake Shelton.
Yep. And he's leaving. And that'll be over tomorrow night.
Bye.
And what?
I said bye.
Does he have anyone in the finale?
By the Blake Shelton. Yeah, okay.
Does he have anyone in the finale?
I'm not following.
He has 2 in the finale, apparently.
I'll say they're probably going to set it up.
The potential winner?
I don't care, Adam. But apparently,
yeah, he has probably 2. Everybody else only has 1.
Anyway, America's Got Talent starts in 2 weeks. I'm thinking that this year I might actually just do like a YouTube short every week to give my quick thoughts on each episode. I have no expectations or desire for Adam and Grace to watch because I don't think they want to. I don't want to put them through the horrors of America's Got Talent. I'll just watch it on their behalf.
I can't.
I mean,
I think if I hear Simon Cowell go, "We weren't expecting that," I think my head might explode. And then how am I going to wear the crown?
Yep.
I mean, wait, did Ada Vox really audition?
Yes, Ada Vox audition, and that's one of the ones I'm looking forward to.
Okay, now Adam has something to watch because I mean, Seth Ward can't come back again, but
Oh, he can, and he will.
Ada Vox will win the season of AGT, and then they'll go to interview him, and he'll pull out a zipper from his head, and out Seth Ward. He goes, "I gotcha! I got all. I played the long con."
God damn it!
And then he'll pull down his zipper again, and just become a little butterfly that flies off.
Okay. I don't have a lot of fun with this. The rest of us are not. But we'll stay subscribed to the channel. I'll be posting stuff over the summer for America's Got Talent. Nothing that takes a lot of effort on my part. I'll probably just say like, okay, this was good, this was bad, this was eh. It's gonna be a lot of this was eh, if America's Got Talent is anything like it usually is. But on that note, I'm Eric. You can find me there. You can not find me on Twitter because I thankfully do not have to manage our Reality Hour Twitter account because I did not win the draft. So sucks to be you, Adam, because you have to be on Twitter. That's your punishment.
Oh boy. All I can really hope is that next season there's just a little bit more horsepower.
See, Adam, that pun didn't even make any sense. That's the problem with that one.
Let's see you do better. Let's see you beat a dead horse.
I swear, if
I think we should both keep plodding along and pretend that didn't happen, shall we?
I will surrender the draft if a jockey does Dancing with the Stars next season.
What if we have a horse contestant on AGT?
They did, but he didn't make it very far.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Well, you know
anyway, I want to go to sleep, so you can find me on Twitter there and finding myself a screaming goat if Adam doesn't buy me one for Christmas next year.
Well, this sucked. We knew it would suck. Congratulations, Adam, I guess. You're very lucky that the random number generator favored
Thanksgiving, that
year.
crown is mine.
That's all, folks.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-ba. That's all, folks. Bye, everyone. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, good night.